In this video, we dissect the single shoe that made every world record suspicious. In 2017, marathon running broke. For decades, the logic was simple. Lighter is faster, so racing shoes were essentially thin strips of rubber glued to mesh. Then Nike dropped the Vaporfly 4% during the Breaking 2 project, and it looked ridiculous, a thick, chunky boat of a shoe. But then the results started rolling in, and the laughter stopped. Suddenly, if you weren't wearing the swoosh, you were statistically irrelevant at the starting line. So, was it magic or marketing? It was chemistry. The secret wasn't actually the carbon plate. It was the ZoomX foam made of PEBA. Think of traditional EVA foam like a stale marshmallow. It absorbs impact, but gives nothing back. PEBA is like a trampoline. The carbon plate acts as a stiff diving board inside that trampoline to stabilize the foam and rock you forward. It's a mechanical system that literally returns energy you used to lose. The disruption was so violent it sparked a crisis in the sport called technological doping. We saw unsponsored athletes painting over Nikes just to compete, and rival brands scrambling to file protests. World Athletics had to rewrite the rulebook, capping stack heights at 40 millimeters to stop shoes from becoming literal springs. For 3 years, Adidas, Saucony, and Brooks were bringing knives to a gunfight, unable to replicate the proprietary chemical compound of Nike's foam. Let's address the 4% claim. Marketing hype usually lies, but this time the lab coats backed it up. Independent studies confirmed an improvement in running economy, RE, by roughly 4 to 5%. That doesn't mean you run 4% faster. It means you burn 4% less oxygen to hold the same pace. Over 26.2 miles, that is the difference between hitting the wall at mile 20 or sprinting to the finish. It turned the marathon from a test of pain tolerance into a test of fuel efficiency. Today, the playing field has leveled. We are now in the super shoe era, where every brand has a carbon-plated super foam racer. The Adidas Adios Pro 3 and Saucony Endorphin Elite have caught up, and in some biomechanical cases, surpassed the original king. However, the Vaporfly remains the gold standard for aggressive energy return. It forces you onto your toes and demands you run fast. It is unstable and punishing if you try to walk or heel strike in it. Here is the verdict. The Vaporfly is worth the $250 price tag, but only if you are chasing a PR. It is a race day weapon, not a daily trainer. It wears out quickly, often losing its pop after 150 miles. If you are running your first marathon just to finish, focus on comfort. But if you are staring at the clock and need every second, this technology is the only legal performance enhancer you can buy. Nike didn't just change the shoe, they changed how we view human potential. Subscribe to see if your favorite brand has finally caught up.